Have you ever wondered why Americans always say things like, it'll be fine, you got this, or stay positive, even when the situation isn't going great? Why do they smile through stress? Why do they act like everything's okay when it's obviously not? Welcome to Talk Like an American from USA Convo. This podcast helps you understand how English really sounds, how people think, and what life is like in the US. Like this video and follow us so you never miss a lesson. Let's get into it. Today we're talking about something deeper than grammar or pronunciation. We're talking about mindset, specifically the American obsession with being positive. This shows up everywhere, in conversations, in the workplace, in customer service, on social media, and more. Even when people are struggling, they often feel pressure to act cheerful or say something upbeat. Let's review a few examples, such as if you tell a friend that you lost your job, your friend will say, "You'll bounce back. Everything happens for a reason." Another example is when you tell someone that you are stressed, but then your coworker says, "Hey, just stay positive. Don't let it get to you." Let me give you one more example where you say, "I'm so exhausted at work." But then someone replies, "But at least you have a job, right?" Now, these comments are not rude, but they don't always feel supportive either. So where does this mindset come from? Why is positivity such a big deal in American culture? Let's break it down. America is built on a cultural story of optimism. From the American dream to pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, the idea is that anything is possible if you believe and work hard. Positivity is tied to ideas like self-improvement, productivity, motivation, independence, moving forward, and not complaining. In many other cultures, people may feel free to express sadness, frustration, or uncertainty. In the US, people are often taught to smile, stay upbeat, and look on the bright side. This shows up in language. Look for the silver lining. Make the best of it. Turn that frown upside down. Good vibes only. Even when people are unhappy, they might downplay it. Instead of saying, "I'm really upset," they might say, "I'm just having a rough day," or "It's all good." Now, being positive isn't a bad thing. In fact, it can be helpful. It helps people stay hopeful in hard times. It creates friendly interactions. It makes it easier to connect with strangers. It keeps conversations light. This is especially true in customer service, job interviews, first dates, or networking. Being too negative or serious too early can feel uncomfortable. That's why you often hear, "Doing great, thanks," even when they're not. "No worries, no problem, all good." These phrases keep the tone positive even when things go wrong. But here's the downside. Sometimes too much positivity can feel fake. Or worse, it can shut down real conversations. This is what people call toxic positivity. It means ignoring problems or forcing a good attitude when someone really just needs to feel heard. For example, if someone says, "I feel really depressed," and the other person says, "Just smile, it could be worse," that's not helpful. That's minimizing the problem. Sometimes people need space to say, "I'm not okay. This is really hard. I need support, not a solution." So while Americans value positive energy, more people are starting to talk about the importance of being honest, too. So how do you navigate this in conversation? How do you respond without sounding too negative or too fake? Here are some balanced, natural ways to talk. If someone tells you they're stressed, instead of saying, "Just stay positive," try, "Yeah, that sounds tough. Want to talk about it?" If someone says they failed something, instead of saying everything happens for a reason, try, "That sucks. I'm sorry. Want to try again later?" If you are having a hard time but still want to keep it light, you can say, "Honestly, not the best day, but I'm hanging in there. Been better, been worse. I'll live. I'm tired, but I'm pushing through." These phrases show emotion without sounding hopeless or overly dramatic. They're honest but balanced. Understanding the American positivity mindset helps you understand the language people use and why they use it. So next time you hear, think positive, know that it comes from a culture that values forward motion, emotional control, and belief in personal success. But that doesn't mean you have to fake happiness. You can be real. You can find your own balance. And now you know how to talk about both. Thanks for listening to Talk Like an American. If this episode helped you understand how English reflects American thinking, hit that subscribe button. Go to the comments and tell us what you notice about the way people talk where you live. Or let us know a topic you want us to cover next. See you next time.